Right, so the first one is a beeper, so you can press it off up to hear the screen beeps. Next one is the brightness on the screen.
Yep.
As you see, when the screen goes on to standby mode, it is still lit. You can change it so it goes to a black screen. If it's anything like me, I can't stand glowing lights when I'm in bed, so obviously you can set it so the screen goes blank rather than being a night light. Some young families quite like it because they do use it as a night light. Language, again, if you want to change it to French or German, there is a key lock available, so if you do happen to have any kids or anything about, or the wife keeps turning it up, you can put a lock on there, but I'm sure she's old enough to figure out how to take the lock off and turn it up or down. External there is you can get an app for your phone. You do have to get an additional, it's sort of like a mobile phone fitted to the van, and then you can use your phone to operate your caravan wherever you are. So you could be sitting on Bondi Beach in Australia fiddling with your heating system in your caravan. So it's there as an optional thing if you really want to go that far. You'd be amazed the amount of people that bring their iPads and things and they're looking into it, and I think, why are you sat there operating your heating when you've only got to stand up? Do it there. And so this is an ampage on here. So the system, you can set the ampage on it, so if you're on some sites and you find you're constantly tripping outside, so what you'll find is on the bollards in there, so say you're in here, you've got, I don't know, a TV going, you've got your kettle on and everything, and then your heating system kicks in and you're constantly tripping outside. What you can do is adjust the ampage on here. Obviously it goes up to 17. Obviously what you can do is start turning it down a couple and then testing it. If it stops tripping, then you know you're fine. What you can do is just keep turning it down and all this will do is it limits the power in here. So rather than you're constantly popping outside and resetting the post outside,
reduces demand.
It reduces the demand in the trailer though, so you're not constantly popping out. Because you will find some of the sites, the electrics are fantastic, you don't have any problems with, where others, as you say, if 4 of you all click your kettles on at the same time, you find that everyone's blowing their post out constantly. And then the last one's on here, the service button. If you're ever talking to a technician or anything, they may ask you to press the service button. It just comes up with the codes and any alarm codes or anything that are on the system. And then the good old reset. So again, same as anything electric nowadays, if it's really playing up, just try the good old, hit the reset button, and that's it gone. Okay. So that's it. I know there's a lot of additional things on there. My main focus is sort of giving you the background on the rest of it. My main thing is, as long as you're happy that you can get your heating and your hot water on.
Okay. Yep, I think we can probably hack that.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. So we'll move on to your fixtures and fittings now. So we'll start with your fridge. So now your fridge will either run off electric, gas, or also the vehicle battery as well. So the main two are obviously the electric and the gas. Again, it's a gas appliance first, but as most people do, as they're on site, they will just run it off the electric. So to change it onto electric, just press the button twice. Once the light's in there, you know it's running off electric now. So for the gas, just simple again, just press the button. Ignore me pressing this next button. So just imagine I'm still on the gas now. When you first switch the gas on, it will do this. So this means that the gas isn't lit. So all you do to relight the gas is simply press the button there, and then normally it will come up with that screen again. If it does come up red again, it's then just to check the basics. So A, that you've got your gas bottle switched on, or B, that you have got gas.
Sorry, so this one was if you got an alarm on there, this is the ignite for it.
For the gas. So obviously this is the gas here. When you've got the alarm on, that's a button as well. So you simply press that and it will automatically prime and relight itself. So obviously once the screen's like that, you know you're quite happy that the gas is lit for your fridge. So these two are really the main power supply for the fridge. The vehicle battery is more designed to hold the temperature. So what that's designed for is you've been on a site, I don't know, in North Wales, and you're travelling down to Mid Wales. You can keep obviously your food in the fridge, get the temperature down to start with, and then once you're in the vehicle and you've got it plugged in, just pop in here, press the vehicle battery, and then that will run off the power from your car.
Yeah.
But the main thing is it just holds the temperature in the fridge. It won't drop the temperature down.
No.
So if you imagine you couldn't chuck some ice lollies in there, plug it into the car, because by the time you got wherever you go, you just have a puddle at the bottom.
Yeah.
In the bottom. So to open your fridge, just press the 2 buttons down there. And there's your lovely fridge. So obviously freezer compartment in the top. And then plenty of room for your cheese and your pork pies and whatever bits and bobs you keep in your fridge. Main function in here is you just push this button down and slide it out, and this is a lock for your fridge. So as you see, it keeps the door open, so when you're in winter or you're leaving it for any period of time, you can keep the door open, so when you come back you don't open your fridge and realise you spilt a little bit of milk in the bottom and suddenly it's grown into a whole family inside there. So just simply to push this back in, again, just push the button down and slide it in.
Okay.
And then you're back. The fridge has got a lovely buzzer on it, so it will buzz at you if you've left your door open. The last one is temperature. So obviously you see I've got all 5 bars lit up at the minute.
Yep.
So that's obviously the coldest it will go. And then down to the 1 bar, which is obviously the lowest temperature your fridge will run at. Depending obviously on what you've got in there, 3 should be sufficient for your needs.
Okay.
So, obviously plate rack and cup holder in the top up there. Microwave is as simple as press the microwave button once, and that's power select. To change the power, you just turn the dial, press microwave again, and then you're on to time then. So obviously you can set your timer to wherever you want, and then start and stop.
Okay.
So there's also the quick start here, which just goes up in minutes as well.
Okay.
Main advice on the microwave is always take that out when you travel. Main reason being, obviously our British roads are really smooth and there's no potholes or any problems.
Yep.
But say if you did hit a pothole, the last thing you want is this jumping out of there and landing on your sideboard here. This is very expensive to replace, where this obviously isn't.
Okay.
Okay, so you can either tend to wrap it in a towel or anything, pop it in your sink, or you can just pop it underneath one of the machines.
Fine.
So onto your oven. So electric ring, obviously 1 to 6. Your electric ring will obviously only work when you've got the 240. Obviously blatantly won't run off 12 volt because you'd flatten your battery in about 2 minutes flat. So for your gas, it's just as simple as turn it down, hold it.
Okay.
And that's your gas on. So 1, 2, and 3.
Great.
Okay, I will test this now in front of you. Yep.
Yeah.
So you know you've got a lovely gas shot up as well. And obviously the gas doesn't come out, but we do obviously just recommend just to shut that off.
Yeah.
Okay. The main thing with the top of this, especially with the electric ring, if you have been using it for any period of time, give it plenty of time to cool down, because if you instantly finish cooking and pop your glass down, you will find that you'll shatter the glass, because obviously these get very, very hot when you're cooking on them for any period of time. So grill, so you've got your grill pan and your handle. Grill is this one here. It's the same again, just turn it and hold it down.
Crikey, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
The one that we had on the boat took forever, didn't it? We had to give it.
Do you know, I had one the other day and I was like, do you think I could get this thing to light? And his wife goes, come on, out the way. And she just went, and it's poof, when it lit up. And I'm thinking, I need to remember that trick from now on.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
No, you don't have to worry about this one. Now, be very grateful you've got 2 oven shells. Don't ask me why, you get 1. Even in the top of the range, you get 1.
Okay.
So that's fantastic. I'm pleased to see that you got 2 in there.
There's the handle at the back. Oh, no, it isn't.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's your gas oven as well. Okay. Let me just put that back in there. And then just underneath is your lovely cupboard for pots and pans and bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And there's also a plug socket there which isolates your ring.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move through
What
into
about that alarm? Is that an alarm?
which
Is there
one?
an alarm in there?
No, that's part of the alarm unit. I think,
That's part. Okay, that's
That one?
That's the one.
Yeah, no, this one up here is your solar panel.
Okay. Yeah.
So you've got a lovely solar panel on the roof.
Yes.
Your solar panel up there is like a really obedient dog that feeds itself, walks itself. You literally don't even have to worry about it. It just does its own thing. So the solar panel, as you see at the minute, we've got a solid red light and a green flashing light. So that means at the minute it's putting minimal charge into your battery. When the two lights are solid, it means it's putting maximum charge into your battery. And when there's no lights on there at all, it's got nothing to do and it has a little sleep.
Okay.
But as I say, it just sits on the roof, does its job. So fingers crossed the days of leisure batteries going flat are long behind us. Because obviously anywhere you are, even in here, it still gets some light.
Yes.
So it does just constantly keep trickle charging.
Okay.
It's obviously nowhere near the battery charge your 240 supply is giving it.
No.
But it is just a slow trickling top up. So as I say, fingers crossed, no more flat leisure batteries.
Yeah.
So we'll move through to the bathroom. Whoa, I'll sneak in first.
Yep.
I can't get.
So obviously this is electric flush for your toilet, and then this lovely little light will light up here to indicate, to let you know when your toilet cassette's full outside. Obviously it does come on, it doesn't just come on when it's full to the brim, it does give you a little bit of leeway,
Okay.
so you know to empty it. And then obviously for the toilet, to open up the gate for the toilet below, is just turn it to the side.
Okay.
What I would recommend with your toilet is obviously when you're opening and closing the gate, have the lid closed, because you'll find it does splash slightly. So obviously when you're opening and closing it, have the lid down when you open and close it, and then you know you're safe. You're not going to not have an unfortunate accident. So light switches for your bathroom, just the two switches down the side here.
Okay.
And then obviously you've got your sink and then also your shower unit as well.
Okay.
So inside here. So two things inside here, directional TV aerial.
Yep.
So this is your directional TV aerial. Just simply unscrew. Oh, he says. Someone with some muscles has done that. So unscrew it and then simply push it up. What you'll tend to find with these is have a look at which direction other people have got theirs pointing in, and then it saves you standing there for hours twiddling it around thinking which direction am I going to get it. The only other thing to show you on here, can you see the green horizontal on there?
Okay.
So that means at the minute it's sitting flat, but if you wind the little handle down here, you'll see it goes into red and it goes to vertical. So that's now gone from being like that on the roof and it's flipped down on its side.
Okay.
So as I say, the best advice for them is look which way everyone else is pointing theirs, and then just try and copy which they're pointing theirs, because obviously they've probably been there before you and they've already figured out the telly. Obviously before you pull it back down, it's important to always wind it back as far as it'll go in horizontal, and then just simply pull it down, and then it's flat on the roof then. Okay, and then just tighten it back up. Yep. So this is your tank. So you know you said about the antifreeze.
Yes.
So this is your antifreeze tank. Obviously you see at the minute it's above the minimum, which is absolutely perfect. As long as it's above the minimum, you're fine. What you'll find is when your heating system heats up, it will fill up to about here.
Okay.
Obviously it's an expansion tank, so when it's hot, it does expand.
Yeah.
If it is below the minimum, you just lift the cap off here, and there's a little screw bit there. Ideally is top it up with the antifreeze. If you haven't got any antifreeze, you are fine as a sort of get you out of a situation, just to top it up with a bit of water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So obviously, what I love is a little diddy towel roll.
Yep.
I think they're cute. I think they're cute.
Not my shoes.
Wow. When you look at the size of it, I just think they're more sweet than anything else.
Produce a bit of heat.
So, other one in here is your lovely standalone table. Obviously, just there's catches on the top there. Obviously, when you've had it out and you've used it, every time you put it away, I would just recommend you put your catches back.
Yeah.
Because the main thing is you don't want to be driving down the road and your table's jumping out and banging around in here. So obviously, just get into a habit of locking your table back in when you take it out. And then obviously there's various light switches around. All your reading lights or your spotlights here are all just individual switches on the top.
Are these LEDs or incandescent? Do you reckon?
I wouldn't know on these ones. I can ask the question.
They look like incandescent.